Welcome to the Stretch Zone Digital Module 7, Trust. Module 7 introduces the fourth principle in the Stretch Zone Confidence Model. It's about our readiness to take action and seize opportunities. Thank you. Enjoy Trust. One of our biggest misconceptions is the idea that I'm justified in putting off what is possible today because my confidence will be better tomorrow. In reality, the version of you that shows up tomorrow is highly unlikely to be any different to the version of you that showed up today. Procrastination is not only the thief of time, it's also the thief of great ideas, possibilities, opportunities, and potential. I highly recommend you view Confidence and Procrastination on YouTube to explore this further. Our stretch zones are like a crossroads that presents us with a choice, and whether we like it or not, we always make a choice, either a conditioned choice or a conscious choice. Our choice at our crossroads in life is not optional, it's a given. We always make a choice, and even no choice, avoiding a choice, is a choice in itself. So here's an example. In talent and leadership, I often hear how capable leaders avoid raising their hand for a promotion simply because they underestimate themselves. At the crossroads, it doesn't occur to them that they are hugely talented and that the organization would be very lucky to have them in that role. As soon as we begin to see ourselves and our confidence differently, we realize we can, and we seize opportunities and need never look back. So here's an exercise. With challenging situations, to what extent are you aware you have a choice? What choices do you tend to make? So, what's the underlying question at the crossroads? The question at the crossroads is, who makes your choices for you? Is it the imposter within, the voice of doubt, repeating inwardly, I can't, I'm not good enough, I don't know enough, the version of you that seldom results in more than a passing glimpse of your talents and potential? Alternatively, are your choices at life's crossroads made by your true self, the voice of discernment, knowing I am and I can, that I am full of possibilities and potentiality, that I am whatever I choose to be, I am intelligent, worthy, capable, good enough, all creating possibilities where potential becomes reality. So, what stops us from seizing opportunities at the crossroads? Experience demonstrates it's mostly not our knowledge, skills, and experience which are usually more than we need. What stops us is the mistaken idea that I don't have the confidence to navigate what is distinctly uncomfortable, as we mistake the rope for a snake, taking our doubts as reality. When coaching, I'm inspired by the courage and confidence clients show as they step up and put what they've learned into practice, no longer taking their doubts seriously as their reality. Confidence as a state of readiness, the fourth principle in the stretch zone confidence model, is about the extent of our readiness to step outside our comfort zones and seize opportunities as we give it a go and see what happens, and to learn from the experience. And it's mostly exhilarating. In coaching conversations, I find myself saying, remember yourself. To remember something is to take the parts, the members, and reconnect them, remembering them. And rather than being divided in two minds, we need to remember ourselves being one self in one mind. Remembering ourselves is about remembering our potentiality and that our confidence will be there for us, but only if we are there. Accept yourself. Rather than being in conflict with ourselves, when we accept ourselves, we come out of all that negation and self-criticism. Accepting yourself is about accepting your possibilities and potentiality, and our confidence will be there for us, but only if we are there. Be yourself. Rather than playing it small, we need to become who we truly are, like an uncaged lion, by coming out of what we are not. Being yourself is about tapping into our true power, and our confidence will be there for us, but only if we are there. Trust yourself. Rather than listen to the voice of doubt, when we trust ourselves, we commit, and our strengths align, providence steps up, and our magic happens. Trusting yourself is about letting go with carefree abandon and inspired possibilities, and our confidence will be there for us, but only if we are there. Enjoy yourself. Rather than self-recriminations and regret, when we step up, happiness and learning follow, whether we are successful or not. Enjoying yourself is about the journey, not the destination. And when we take care of the journey, the destination takes care of itself. Confidence as a state of readiness is about the willingness to be there, and when we are there, outside our comfort zones, our confidence will be there, but only if we are there. So, what about failure? The reality is we might fail, if failure is a thing. The only real failure is when we give up. The truth is, everyone fails from time to time. And high achievers will have failed the most. They will have failed their way to success, learning each step on the way. Each failure necessitates the readiness to step across the threshold of our comfort zones in spite of the discomfort. Confidence as a state of readiness is to come out of what we are not, out of the transient doubt, the noise within we need never take as reality again. The possibility of you hasn't been done before because you haven't done it. When we truly remember ourselves, accept ourselves, be ourselves, trust ourselves, and enjoy ourselves, we realize I am an unfathomed mystery, waiting to be discovered, something only we can do for ourselves. So here's an exercise. On a scale of 1 to 10, with 1 being low and 10 being high, when under pressure, how would you rate the extent to which you remember yourself, accept yourself, be yourself, trust yourself, and enjoy yourself? What does this tell you about you? What would practicing these 5 gems look like for you? The transition from our comfort zones into our stretch zones is a transition from what is known and familiar to what is unknown and less familiar. When we step across the threshold, we move across an imaginary line from certainty to uncertainty, from indecision to decision, and from doubt to confidence. And when we turn around and look back, the imaginary line, the threshold, is no longer there. The reality is it was never really there to start with. It was only an imaginary projection we took as reality. As we cast off our fears and doubts, sailing out of the safe harbours of our comfort zones and set sail for the open seas of our stretch zones, we are never as alone as we might think. In reality, when we step up, Providence steps up alongside us, presenting all kinds of opportunities and possibilities along the way, help we would mostly never have expected. I highly recommend you view Confidence and Providence on YouTube to explore this further. Underlying every effort to avoid opportunities will be some kind of emotional attachment that binds us to an idea that we take as reality. So here's an exercise. With your stretch goals in mind, what emotional attachments fuel that fearful drive to avoid as you cling to your comfort zones? Being confident under pressure is to expose what holds us back, unlocking our readiness to step up and seize the moment. Congratulations, you've reached the end of Module 7, Trust. Some of the key insights from this module include: with procrastination, the you that shows up tomorrow will be little different to the you that showed up today. Our stretch zones are like a crossroads, and that choice is not optional. We always make a choice. At the crossroads, the question is, who is making our choice, the imposter or the giant within? Confidence as a state of readiness is about the extent of our readiness to seize opportunities. Our state of readiness is about remembering ourselves, accepting ourselves, being ourselves, trusting ourselves, and enjoying ourselves. Successful people all around the world mostly fail their way to success, learning from each experience. When we step across the threshold, we step across an imaginary line that was never really there. When we step up, Providence steps up with us, and while we might feel alone, we are never truly alone. Thank you and congratulations on working your way through the Stretch Zone Digital. What you have learnt can change your life, but only if you put the learning into practice, and no one can do that for you, and in so doing you will begin to discover the possibilities of you. Please feel free to leave a feedback reflection on the Stretch Zone Digital following the link below. Thank you. I wish you all the best discovering your magic in your stretch zones. Trust yourself, be yourself, and enjoy yourself. Bye now.